Now, earlier tonight, we introduced you to two Kalamazoo area women who both survived extreme episodes of domestic violence. They say that while local nonprofits came to their aid, so many other victims of violent crime feel lost and alone. Tonight, the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety is setting out to change that.
A tracker was placed on my vehicle, so he was tracking my movements up until the moment that he was actually arrested.
It was the third of several assaults, but it was the one that finally made me leave.
Christine LaJoy and Kayla Williamson both have harrowing stories to tell. Stories they're lucky they live to tell.
He had put our pit bulls outside in vehicles so that they wouldn't attack him, and he ultimately called my daughter and informed her where she could locate my body.
I was punched twice and strangled. Lucky for me, there were two witnesses, and they were able to stop him, which probably saved my life.
Right after LaJoy and Williamson were both attacked by ex-boyfriends, they found help during the worst and loneliest days of their lives. From Safe Place of Battle Creek, the YWCA in Kalamazoo, and each other. But they know they've been luckier than others.
It's very difficult for survivors to go through the legal system.
When the services aren't there that should be, it's a huge issue.
And the irony of it all is the domestic violence suspects are immediately provided with court-appointed attorneys, while their victims have no one assigned to their side right after the crime at all, adding insult to injury. Well, that is, until now.
I think that the role is very much needed.
Cross-trained KDPS Public Safety Officer Chris Brower responds to everything: crimes in progress, fires, and medical calls. At each one, there are victims in need. A new victim advocate just hired by the city is helping Brower help others.
We have to do the police work that we were trained to do, but then there's a time where sometimes we can take a step back and allow someone else to come in who has a skill set that we may not have.
Whether it's the victim themselves or if it's a homicide, the victim's family, and just make that first contact, letting them know our condolences for your loss and to see what they need and how.
LaTanya Turner is the department's new victim advocate, a friendly face on the front lines. It's her job to walk the victims of crimes through the complicated legal process that always follows. And sometimes that involves holding hands. She is often asked,
can you come with me to my court case, or I just need to talk to you in this time. Do you have a moment or an hour? You make time.
Yeah.
You make time.
And you seem like a very nice and patient person, and I guess you'd need to be
Yes.
in this role.
Yes, I think so.
Good listener too, huh?
Yes, good listener.
and Turner's listening skills have been put to the test. When criminal charges are authorized, the prosecutor's office will assign a victim's advocate. But until that time, until recently, crime victims were on their own to navigate their grief. Now, KDPS is trying to bridge that gap.
Sometimes it can be weeks, sometimes it can be months, sometimes it can be years before a case actually makes it to the prosecutor's office. We are meeting people kind of at their worst day.
Talking to someone that is in their most uncertain time lets them know that they're supported by the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. Lets them know someone cares.
And that pretrial support during very trying times is what LaJoy and Williamson say is simply essential. They say if every future victim had a victim advocate, there would be fewer victims in the future.
If you want to reduce homicide from domestics, you have to have the resources there and available to the victims so that they can leave and they feel like they're protected.
They really are a lifeline.
And something that many victims of crime simply don't know, there is state funding available through what's called the Victims' Compensation Fund for funeral expenses, relocation, transportation, counseling, or even to replace personal possessions that may have been broken or damaged during the crime itself. To see those stories again and to be connected to resources if you or someone you know is suffering from domestic violence, look for this story now on our website, WWMT.com.